Hello, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards. Today we're going to create this card, and it's fairly simple other than the butterfly. And we use I use three stamp sets. I use this one with the butterfly. I stamped it in Memento black ink and then fussy cut it out. And then I inked with Pineapple Punch, the yellow. The orange is Grapefruit Grove, and the red is Lovely Lipstick. I did all that. And then I took my silicone mat and laid the butterfly on there after I cut it out, and used the multi-purpose liquid glue and put a little pool of it on here, and then took a sponge and sponged it all around on there. And then I used the Dazzling Diamonds glitter and sprinkled it on there, and then patted it, and then dumped off the excess, and then kind of rubbed it so that it would, after it dried a little bit, to get all the excess off. And there's still some. You could use Wink of Stella instead, but I've got this glitter and I thought I'd try it. So anyway, and then I used the Happy Birthday for the sentiment. And then for the inside of the card, I used two different stamp sets. I used Stitched All Around, the Enjoy Your Special Day, and stamped that in Memento black. And then on the Beauty Abounds, I used this little butterfly and stamped it with Lovely Lipstick, and then stamped the envelope with Lovely Lipstick. And then I used the sponge dauber with the Pineapple Punch and just put a little bit of color on there. So let's get started. I already have the butterfly made because it takes a while for it to dry. So I did the butterfly, cut it out like I explained already. And then I took a piece of, this is thick Whisper White, 5 1/4 by 4. And before I embossed it, I took my Pool Party ink and sponged it. Then, because I wanted a little bit more color, I took the Pool Party again and sponged so that the leaves would get a little bit of color. I tried doing it with the Call Me Clover, but it was too dark. I liked the lighter color better because the card base is Call Me Clover, and it's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I just felt like the background, I wanted a little bit of color, and this Pool Party looked like a real light color of this. So that's what I did with this panel. Then after I did that, I went ahead and adhered it to the front of my card, and I used liquid glue. Let's get this out of the way. This card is pretty simple. I thought it turned out pretty. I'm trying to use some of the stamp sets from that carried over to the new catalog that I hadn't used yet. And this was one of them. So I glued that down. Looks like I got a little bit of glue right there. Let's wipe that off. There. Okay. Then I took my butterfly after it was dry, and I took Stampin' Dimensionals. Here they are. And because I wanted him raised up, so I put one on each wing, or point of each wing, and then one in the middle. And I felt like that was probably enough for this butterfly. And so we raised him up on dimensionals. Now Wink of Stella I think would work really well with this. This just gave it a little bit more sparkle than the Wink of Stella. So I put him at an angle. And then I took my Happy Birthday, and I've already stamped it, and I used the rectangle stitched framelits dies, and there's some long ones here. So what I did was I used the second to the largest and die cut that out. And this piece of, this is regular Whisper White, and it was about 3.5 by 1.5. I stamped it and then cut it out. And then I took my lovely lipstick ink. Let me get it. I think I need a little bit more on there. And I inked around it because I didn't want, oh, that's dark. Well, we'll have some dark, lovely lipstick. The other one wasn't quite so dark, but that's okay. It's a nice color. And we're going to tone it down a little bit with some of the other colors. So I took that. And then I took my Grapefruit Grove and my Pineapple Punch. Get this over here so we don't, I'm going to have ink all over myself and everything else. So take the Grapefruit Grove and kind of just blend some of that in. Just like that. Doesn't quite take a lot. And then we're going to take the Pineapple Punch. I can barely read that. And we're just going to kind of put some of that right down the center. Just like that. It's a little bit darker than this one, but I like it anyway. Okay. You can make it lighter, darker, however you want to do it. Both of them look good. This one's a lot lighter than this, but I like the way this one looks too. So, and then I put 3 Stampin' Dimensionals on this one. And put it right below the butterfly. Yeah, when I was going to do this and I used the Call Me Clover green, I didn't like it at all. I'll have to show you how dark it was, and it was just like, wow, that's way too dark. I'll have to use it on another card, but I thought, oh, that's just too dark. I didn't like it. So I did a new one. Okay. Then I took, for my inside piece, this is stamped with Memento Black, and I took my lovely lipstick ink and my little butterfly, and we're going to stamp the butterfly. So I'm going to have ink everywhere, right up here in the corner, kind of above these words, right there. Okay, and we'll let him dry a little bit, and then I'm going to stamp one in the corner of this envelope right here. Okay. Then we're going to take the Pineapple Punch, because I want a little bit of color on my inside my butterfly, and I think this has probably got enough on it. Yeah. And we'll just put a little bit of yellow on there. Doesn't need much. There. Okay. And we're going to set that aside. Take our card and we're going to glue this to the inside of our card. Just like that. I actually didn't use ribbon. Normally we'll put ribbon on all my cards, but I didn't feel like this needed ribbon on it, so no ribbon. Okay, and then we're going to take these, are called the Frosted and Clear Epoxy Droplets. And I put some on this card, so kind of wanted to make it look like dewdrops on the leaves, so I tried to put it on 3 different leaves, like so. And the card is finished. You'll have to give me your feedback on what you think about this card. Do you like it this darker, or do you like it lighter? Do you think it takes away too much from the butterfly? This piece, I didn't tell you, is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. The embossing folder is the Layered Leaves embossing folder. I think I said that. This folder here. That's what I used to emboss this. And that's it. The cardstock is Call Me Clover. This is regular Whisper White cardstock. I use thick Whisper White for this piece. And that's it. So this is our card for today. I'm going to try to do more cards using some of the carryover stamp sets. I've ordered some of the new stuff, but I haven't gotten it yet. Probably won't be here till next week. Probably towards the end of the week. I haven't got any of the new colors of ink stamp pads because there's one that's, I can't remember which one it is. One of them we can't get yet because there's something wrong with it. So I'm just waiting until they're all available, and then I'll order them all at the same time. So anyway, you have a blessed day and a nice weekend, and give me a thumbs up if you like this card. I'd like to know which you like better, whether you like the paler colors here or if you like the darker colors. I kind of prefer the pale ones. This looks pretty too, though. Kind of just pops. So you have a blessed day. Until next week when I upload more. You have a great weekend, and I hope it's sunny where you are. Thank you so much for watching.